Whoa, whoa, car left, car right. Holy shit, duck. Boom, boom, boom. That totally rad shit is in this movie. And can you believe it? This movie achieved the impossible. It's is still good by the 8th installment. The Fate of the Furious, get it? Fate of the Furious, because it's Fast and Furious 8, directed by F. Gary Gray, and is the 8th and presumably final installment in the epic long-running Fast and Furious franchise. Well, originally Furious 7 was gonna be the finale, I think, but they decided since Furious 7 was such a big hit, why the hell not make an 8th film? So The Fate of the Furious tells the story of Don and Leslie, played by Vin Diesel and Michelle Rodriguez. They're on their honeymoon now, and all of the crew from the past movies have retired from the team until a mysterious and very seductive woman played by Charlize Theron seduces and convinces Don to join her. So it's up to the other team to embark on a mission to discover what the fuck is going on and get back in the game, and which leads to more epic, insane, fun and thoroughly entertaining car chases and explosions and a wrecking ball and a tank coming out of ice, which is awesome. I have to say, guys, The Fate of the Furious greatly surprised me. It's pretty darn good, even though it is the 8th installment in this series. That's usually when a franchise you expect to suck. You'd expect the 8th film in any series to be critically panned. That's when they usually just give up. They don't try anymore. They just make it for the money. But no, the team behind the Fast and Furious movies, they clearly show by at this point they still really love this franchise. They still love their fan base, because these movies have been going for 16 years now, and they have a enormous fan base. So it clearly shows that the filmmakers here care and respect the fans and the cast and crew and this series. And The Fate of the Furious may not be quite a masterpiece or my favourite movie of the year, but it's a damn blast from the get-go, and I had such a fun time. This is some of the most fun I've had at the movies all year. It is especially made for the Fast and Furious fans. If you are a Fast and Furious fan, just go and watch it now. You're going to love it. And the best thing about this movie, aside from the action, which I will get to in a minute, are the great and solid performances from all the cast members. The cast here, they are completely confident in their roles now. They could just play these characters in their sleep 8 films in. Vin Diesel as Don has still got it, so he's always great in anything he's in, particularly excellent at voicing the Iron Giants in the underrated masterpiece classic animated movie The Iron Giant, where he voiced the Giants. And they took his character in this film in such an interesting direction, where he's well manipulated by Charlize Theron's character, and it is and has to be really tested personally. And Michelle Rodriguez, she is amazing all around. She's the best performance of the movie for me, and by far my favourite member of the cast. Particularly because she has played Trudy in Avatar, my favourite movie, and here she's just as cool, just as badass as Don's wife, Leslie. Since the two were on their honeymoon, they really had a chance. You really had a chance to see the chemistry between the two of them. It was it was really sweet. And Dwayne Johnson, The Rock himself, he's still got the ad, he's still got the chest. He's kicks major tons of arse in this movie. Yeah, he's definitely the muscle of the team, and one of the other best performances in this movie, one of the standouts, is Charlize Theron as the new woman who comes into Dom's life and changes him. She is absolutely fantastic. What can I say? I always loved Charlize Theron. She was amazing as the Queen in Snow White and the Huntsman, even though that wasn't a very good movie. But so she was one of the highlights of that movie, as well as she's one of the highlights of the cast here. Yeah, she's just so confident, sexy, and I'm not going to spoil what she does in the movie, but because I want you Fast and Furious fans to see for yourselves, but let's just say you won't be disappointed. And the other cast of this movie are great. None of them are wasted. They all get enough to do, and you really feel the bond and connection between these characters. And the action in this film, as to be expected from a Fast and Furious movie, is crazy. It's so it will blow you away. It's incredibly well shot, with a mix of CGI and practical car chases. Yeah, they're so exciting, enthralling, and thrilling, and just they are the action scenes that was made to see on the big screen. They are just perfect to watch in IMAX and 3D. So I'd recommend you'd pay the extra bucks to see it in 3D and IMAX if you get the chance. And yeah, I loved and adored every single action set piece in this film. That's the part where I was in the most. If you don't see this movie for the story, please see it for the action. This is a popcorn movie. You won't be able to take your eyes off the screen when it happens. The car chases, the wrecking ball, the tank bursting as the ice. The action scene on the ice was probably the most creative in the whole film, and the pacing is pretty much perfect. It never drags. There was never a point where it got boring. It was fun constantly, and that's the worst thing a Fast and Furious movie could do, bore me. Thankfully, this movie never did, and you've got to praise it for entertaining you. That's what, let's face it, that's what they're meant to do. And there's even some great comedy here. The comedy here is hilarious to add to the fun action. There are a few surprisingly classic one-liners, and the dialogue is very over the top, yes, but tremendous fun, which we got from the other Fast and Furious movies too. Everything you loved about the original 7 is all here. But as much as I'm really showering this film with praise so far, I can't say it's perfect. First of all, my biggest criticism with this film is the story isn't anything special. It's not a amazing story. It's just it's so basic. It's pretty much the same plots of the other 7 Fast and Furious movies. Yeah, there are of course some differences, but it's the same kind of structure. And so if you are expecting the most original story from this film, don't see it for just the story. I'd recommend just really seeing it for the action. And yeah, the plot just gets crazy at times. It's unbelievable. If this, and I'm pretty sure this is the final movie that we will be getting from Fast and Furious, because if it's not, if they lie, if they trick us, if they just make a Fast and Furious 9, that will be that be really disrespectful to its fans for making us believe that this is going to be the last one and really getting us hyped, and then just saying, now we're just making Fast and Furious 9, we're never going to end this series. Then what was the point of all that hype for a finale that never came? And this is, of course, the only Fast and Furious movie not to star one of the main cast members, Paul Walker. While his absence can't be helped, it's kind of missed here. At least he was in Furious 7 in 2015, which I was sure was going to be the last, if that was the last Paul Walker could do. But they just completely, forget about him here. But aside from those flaws, I really enjoyed The Face of the Furious, and would recommend it to all the Fast and Furious fans out there. This is going to be the film of the year for you. It won't be the best movie of the year for me at all, but I'm still glad I saw it. I give The Face of the Furious 4 stars out of 5. I have been studying the highway code regularly, so I should get my license this year if all goes well, fingers crossed. Well, I love you guys, thank you all for watching, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and as for my opinion on the Fast and Furious saga in general, I may do a ranking on the Furious movies when Face of the Furious comes out on DVD and Blu-ray, so be sure to stay tuned for that. And what do you think of Face of the Furious? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I love making new subscribers, meeting new people, making new friends, and talking to you guys about movies. I really appreciate that. And please follow me on Twitter and on Google+, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.